read all about it. It's the weekly Crumbs.
Stop the presses. We have some breaking news.
Doodle-doo, breaking crumbs.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to What an Emergency podcast. Yet again, can you remember when the weeks used to be quiet and we used to pray for them to come at long last? Well, here we are. We are on the ground reporting.
God, I just want a day of rest.
I know. I just want to sleep.
I may or may not have been up until like 3 a.m. last night, finishing our episode.
Editing the episode that we just put out earlier today.
New content's always exciting, also very tiring.
So, dear listeners, here we are. Lecky, what on earth has happened to us today on this fine Monday morning, afternoon? Who knows what time zone we're in these days?
Well, it looks like there's been another leak.
What a shock. Okay, so I didn't find it, to be honest, some very eagle-eyed. I'm not really sure the origins of it, to be honest with you. It just appeared on Reddit.
Yeah.
And we're still reeling. So it appears that the Netflix shop, so netflix.shop, have accidentally uploaded the product Bridgerton Penelope unisex t-shirt in square brackets, black. No other colours are available at this current time. We will update you if it becomes...
We will do a new episode when they announce new colours.
What a remarkable shade of blue part 2, if there's a blue one. What an emerald green. So it's like one of those, I don't know what you call them. It's definitely a style.
90s trending tees, they've called it. Film poster on black t-shirt. I had one of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah, it's like Photoshop-esque 1990s movie poster Penelope.
And so it says Penelope Featherington, and we have 4 photos of Pen, and one of them, dun dun dun, is a brand new one from season 3. Oh my word. Now, Veg, it's Fashion Week. You're all over the place, to be honest. New York Fashion Week, here we go. In the dying hours, you're on the ground reporting for us, aren't you? This is your time. Are you ready? Please guide us through this breaking moment. How is our tiny t-shirt Penelope looking?
T-shirt Penelope. Love it.
T-shirt Pen.
We've got to name everyone, haven't we?
We have nicknames for everything, and this is a good one. This is a good one. I'm excited.
Right, well... So T-shirt Pen, as she is now named, is looking absolutely ravishing on a 100% ring-spun cotton, garment-dyed, relaxed fit, black unisex T-shirt, complete with a 7/8 inch double needle top stitch collar and twill-taped neck and shoulders for extra durability. Just to confirm, this podcast episode is not sponsored by netflix.shop. However, if you do want to send us free things, we will not say no. Our lovely T-shirt Pen is wearing a hitherto unseen steel blue dress. We love it. It's with a notably lower cut bust line than we have frankly ever seen before. This is very exciting.
This is everything we've dreamed of.
Yeah. And the people who think that Colin was looking at Penelope's boobs, truthers, will be absolutely thrilled.
She is wearing a necklace here, so he could be looking at the necklace. He is a gentleman.
He just has an interest in gemology, and I'm sure it will continue through his marriage.
Yeah.
So someone needs to, send an ambulance around to check on him, because he's probably passed out on the floor or maybe up to something else. We'll have to give a knock on the door before you go in. So Pen's...
Traumatised footmen.
Pen sleeves are a little bit blurry because this is a photo of a t-shirt printing. Guys, we've done our absolute best here to get you the tea. So they're a little bit blurry, but the sleeves have a certain gossamer-esque kind of spiderwebby floaty quality to them. And T-shirt Pen's hair is down around her shoulders, all the way down, which we've spiraled about in other situations and are happy to do so now. It's pinned slightly back over her left shoulder. It's framed by a tiny little kiss curl around the corner, and she is giving rather a sultry and mysterious side glance to the camera. She looks cool, guys. She looks very cool.
She looks badass. Yeah.
She looks sultry. Sultry is the word. Very femme fatale.
Grown-up Pen. Very in control.
She is not alone on the t-shirt.
Makes a change.
T-shirt Pen is one of many t-shirt pens. Yeah, it makes a change. Oh, that's so sad.
We've got multiple T-shirt Pens.
We do. 2 of which are the same pen, but we have Hearts and Flowers pen, which, as we know, is super, super popular. Everyone loves Hearts and Flowers pen. She won the outfit game.
She did.
Contested.
But her runner-up, so someone's been monitoring the outfit game on Reddit, because runner-up Daisy Pen gets not 1, not 2, it is 2.
It is 2.
I'm so keeping that.
That's funny.
Just do.
Yeah, 2 iterations of daisy pen / promo poster pen. So Lecky is absolutely buzzing right now.
Yes.
What a treat. Good selection of pens.
These are her best looks, though.
Yeah, these are officially the best looks. And there they are for everyone to wear.
There they are for everyone to wear.
Well, until Netflix take the
site down.
they realise what's happened.
Yeah, I did try and go through the purchase. Didn't work.
Well, it does say last in stock, and the only other t-shirt there is an Anthony t-shirt. So who knows what's going on? But how are we feeling? Lecky, I know you've got tons of thoughts about this.
I do.
What is going through your head?
Okay, first of all, I feel like this is the lowest bust line we've seen so far in all of the leaks and released promo images. Enchanted Pen is kind of close, but this one almost looks lower than Enchanted Pen, and it looks way more sultry. It's also kind of how she's positioned.
I think it is, yeah.
But one thing that really stood out to me when I was going through all of our recent stills and the leaks is the sleeves. If you go back and look at like Osterly pen and then look at Enchanted Pen, they kind of have these like very like bulky, well, a little bit of bulkiness to the sleeves where they kind of like stand out against her arm a little more, and they're a little bit...
There's a little bit of weight and shape to the material.
Structured, yeah.
Yeah, where this one is, it's light and it looks sexy. Do you know what I mean? And it's also shorter, but Osterly Pen is also shorter, but it has like this bulkiness to it and kind of almost like this scalloped edging on the bottom. But this is just sex appeal. So I feel like this is later in the season. This is a pen who has discovered her sensuality, who is embarking on that side of her relationship with Colin. And you can kind of see that in her waves as well, because like if you look at the Moonlight pen, her waves are like really soft and kind of flattened. We talk about this in block 4, but you think that she kind of has more curly hair at the wedding. And I wonder if she kind of goes on like a reverse journey where she starts out very curly, it gets very soft, and then at the end it kind of becomes like more curly, but it's like sexy and romantic as she kind of discovers who she is. I was wondering, because these waves are really sexy.
Oh my god, I can't wait to track the season 3 hair journey.
I know.
And like you saying, Lecky, like if we take this, compare this to what we believe is the first Penelope of the season, so it's the Bath Leak, super poodle hair, very stark, very acidic green, and the journey she's going to go on. And that's how the story is being told about her not only becoming more of herself, becoming more comfortable, stepping out of her family, but also her secrets being revealed. But this whole look reminds me of what Nicola said a very, very long time ago. I think maybe back in September 2022, God rest our souls, about it not just being the colouring of the fabric, but the fabric choices itself.
Yeah.
It's something that always kind of stuck out to me. And I think we're seeing that so beautifully here and seeing her style evolution, but also how she expresses her personality, her sexuality, everything like that through her choices like this. And she looks incredible. But Veg, it's like you say about her expression. This is like pen Lady Whistledown, the absolute pinnacle. She is very blurry. She's like printed on some very fuzzy inks and we're just completely freaking out about it.
And if this is, like, if your theory is right, I think...
I could be wrong.
This could be like our first look at post episode 2 pen, right? Like every official look we've got is in the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, I definitely think it's post episode 2.
Yeah, what are you thinking timeline-wise then?
For me, I think this is like 4, maybe, when there's kind of like that sexually charged aspect to her and Colin's relationship.
Would that be then part 1? Because I suppose this is something we don't really know yet about how the promo is going to be as to how much they're going to show of the second half of the season.
From her pose and everything, it screams part 2 to me, but I'm not sure. But I did want to say about the mirror pen, her hair is very soft waves, but that might make sense because...
Yeah, we're doing some research on the ground. We've got correspondents out in the fields.
It's an intimate scene, so she's not going to have like super styled hair during an intimate scene. They're going to want to like kind of tone it down and make it look more... intimate, personal, right? So maybe they softened her waves for the mirror scene. But she looks sexy here.
And she's looking directly at the camera and there's like a power and a strength there that is so beautiful. And we can see the comparison to the other pens there.
Like maybe this is her deciding to fight to remain Lady Whistledown or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the other promo photos that are there, both of the Daisy pens were promos for last season.
Yeah.
And she's kind of avoiding the gaze of the camera a little bit. And I know she wasn't the main focus. She was in the background, in the shadows, you could say, and now she's staring directly. So obviously this is some sort of promotional image, we can assume, because certainly those Daisy pens were promotional. Do we think this is something that's going to appear on a cover of a book, a poster, like the actual poster? What are we thinking?
Someone on the subreddit pointed out that the Antony shirt, also available at netflix.shop, but we are not kidding.
Once again, we're not sponsored. And please can we have a Colin t-shirt? Thank you very much. Kind regards.
They said that one of the Antony images were, or maybe even multiple, were from a poster. So this could be a poster pen.
No, she's t-shirt pen. She's t-shirt pen. Don't take this away from me.
T-shirt pen could be poster pen. She could be print pen.
She's going to have another side hustle. Print pen. That's quite hard to say, no, print pen. I mean, this is so exciting. What an unexpected little gem to drop on a Monday evening when I'm trying to bloody get the YouTube video up for the other episode. But these are the times we're living in. Do you think this is supposed to drop in a few days? Or is this just like randomly appeared?
Yeah.
Why? Why does this happen?
I was thinking about how Tom Verica said that, or he hinted that there would be more stills coming. So I wonder, instead of maybe receiving new clips on Valentine's Day, please don't, throw stones at me, that maybe we might receive a poster or something instead of a new clip or a teaser, but I don't know.
I just want to quickly say about her dress. I think this is a very similar colour to Moonlight Pen and Window Pen.
Yeah, this is a cool colour.
Almost like a steely grey blue.
I hope it's more on the steely grey blue side. So I would love this to be silver.
The texture of the dress and like the silveriness of it reminds me of Window Pen, because she kind of has that gold texture to the dress.
Yeah, it has like a very subtle shimmer to it, right?
Yeah.
I do love the direction they're going in with, because we've always wondered about her in style, and we've like harkened back to things like Hearts and Flowers Ball and Vauxhall Pen, which were both pink, but that sort of very like beautiful with a slight whimsy to it. And I think like those gossamer sleeves that we're seeing progressing are just like that beautiful whimsy, and her hair is looking incredible. What a little treat, kids.
She looks like a 1920s starlet or something. She looks very beautiful here.
Yeah, so I know that part of Pen's styling, particularly her hair, is inspired by Rita Hayworth, an American actress from the 40s. And if you go and look at photos of her, it's very similar. She was also a redhead as well. That proper golden age, timeless glamour that she's possessing. So beautiful, so radiant, so powerful. I love it so much. Well, kids, any last thoughts? Who knows if there's any other developments? I don't know what other developments we're going to get from an accidental t-shirt leak, but I will force Lecky to record an insert here. Yeah. Oh, Beans, someone amongst us has to, do some work at some point. So poor Beans is off toiling away, bringing in our income. So we will insert Beans' impressions here.
Hi, it's Beans. Dropping in at the end of my workday to say, I don't know what's going on, but, I'm sure it's great. Pens on a shirt, that's pretty cool. And, love the sleeves. I heard there's sleeve discourse. Love the sleeves. She's a blushing bride. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Or maybe it's what she'll look like when she is laid bare in front of the queen about to have her execution. Who knows? But I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to do too much research into it, but I am guessing it's exciting. Okay, thank you for your time. Enjoy.
But guys, other than that, huge week for everyone. Veg, you're getting your stitches out. It's Pancake Day tomorrow. It's Valentine's Day, and we know what's happening.
Yeah, we need to rest up.
Yeah, I was trying to get extra sleep last night. That didn't happen. I'll try to get sleep tonight if this doesn't take a long time.
So, Veg, thank you for your on-the-ground reporting. I know it's New York Fashion Week, but, Mayfair Fashion Week 1815 takes priority in these things. We need you here. We need you dedicated in the newsroom. Thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you so much.
And in the meantime, go listen to our recent Q&A episode that we've just posted that's now been bumped down because we've recorded this ridiculous segment about a t-shirt. And happy this week. I don't know what it's going to be. I will say, Beans sent a message and she was like, I can't believe it's already Bridgerton Virtual Screening Week. And I was like, don't use the word already around me. In this context, I find it very offensive. There is nothing already about this, but we are fundamentally not ready. So cheers to us. Okay then, kids, off we go. So we will see you at some point in the coming days. But in the meantime, Lecky, where can everyone find us?
You can find us at What a Barb Pod on Instagram and TikTok.
And don't forget, we are a podcast. So if you're watching us on YouTube, we are available on all popular podcast streaming platforms.
We are indeed.
And if you're listening to us, there's also a YouTube video with nice, lovely, pretty collages from our lovely Beans.
But Beans, just put down your work for 2 minutes. It sounds like she's doing manual labour. She's not. Put down your work. Do us a favour. Sing us out.
Das violin. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. A Polin podcast.